Hey, it's David here from Freedom Founders. People often ask me, how is it that I get any work done when I seem to be always traveling? And I'll tell you, it wasn't always that way. In fact, I got started on the treadmill, just like most of you did many years ago, getting educated, formal education, getting licensed, the opportunity to go into business, into private practice. It was a great role model, but the problem is it didn't provide the freedom that I needed and wanted in my life. You see, I think too many people get involved in a career, profession, trading time for dollars, even though they can be good dollars, but it doesn't provide freedom. I mean, think about it. Whenever you are getting ready to try to get away and go on, quote, vacation from the job, you have to do all this work on the front end, right, to get ready to go. You go on vacation, and about halfway through, you start dreading having to go back because of what all the work, messes, things you have to respond to start to pile up again. You get back, and it's a heavy workload again. Basically, it's work, squeezing a vacation here or there, and then there's just no real freedom. What I had to do was become intentional about thinking about how I would want my life to be served by my business. And to do that, I had to change the way I think. I had to take away that thinking that all the work had to be on me, the rugged individualist syndrome I call it, and think about how I could change my business to fit my lifestyle, to serve my lifestyle. The first thing that happened to me was my daughter had a lot of medical problems, health issues, leukemia, epilepsy, a liver transplant by age 12. That was a strong motivator for me to change. The cool thing today about the way the world is today is that we have technology, connection, interconnection, internet, ability to be virtually anywhere in the world and stay connected to people, right? Well, I decided I needed a business that would not require me to be in one location and trade time for dollars day after day. Now that's a hard thing to do. I get it when you've spent a lot of time, effort, money on a formal education to do a specific skill set like dentistry or medicine or veterinary medicine or chiropractic. Any kind of business where the specialization took you a lot of years to get there. And yes, it does provide you a somewhat of a secure base, but the problem is it doesn't provide you freedom. In fact, for many people, they never get to freedom. They never get to that point in life when they can actually enjoy the fruits of their labor. They keep waiting for that someday. So for me, it wasn't saving up a lot of money. I wasn't able to transition out of dentistry because I just saved up a lot of money the way the traditional financial planners would tell you to do. It's because I invested in other capital assets outside of my practice, and the specific ones being real estate. Now, there are perhaps other ways to get there, to get it done. I'm not saying there aren't, but I just know that real estate works. It worked. I've been involved in it for almost 40 years now, and I've now helped numerous other doctors, professional practice owners, also gain the certainty, the ability to have predictable, sustainable cash flow. And that's the key to having freedom, is having the cash flow where you don't have to work to produce it. You don't have to go into the office and see patients, do procedures. Now, if you still want to do that, fine, you can do that as long as you want to, but guess what? You can do it on your terms. You don't have to deal with the PPO managed care crap. You can have the kind of practice you want, or just do what I did. Find another part of life that you enjoy where you're still helping people in a significant way, but having the time to live your life. So while I've been gone, this is actually Santorini, Greece, and while I've been gone, I've been plugged in. I get some work done a few hours here and there during the week, but I've got a team. I've got a team that takes the work that I do and they leverage it out. My income hasn't stopped, and I'm not going back to a big mess to have to deal with. It's all good. So I just want you to challenge yourself to think in a different way. Yeah, you may be thinking, oh, that's not possible. Well, if you think it's not possible, then guess what? It's not possible. You have to make the decision. You have to decide that you want to change in your life and that you're going to do what it takes to get there. The main thing you have to do is surround yourself with other people who have already done it, who have that mindset that it can be done. It's not some impossible dream. And if you surround yourself with people like that, then the obstacles that you come up against, which are mostly right here in your head, you can overcome those. You try to do it solo and you're gonna get stumped. You're gonna stop, you're gonna give up, you're gonna say it can't be done. So main thing is change your mindset. The way to do that is surround yourself with other people who have gone on down that path. Set your sights on a vision, on a life that you believe you want, and you can do it. If you procrastinate, if you put it off, if you say it can't be done, then it won't be done. So that's my challenge for you today. Remember, always stay focused on your freedom. It's David. I'll be talking to you soon. See ya.